Hello guys, welcome to another FU Money. Today, Saturday, the live stream, and I see already a lot of people in the chat and sending messages, and I would like to welcome you all and also apologize for being late. I had some technical problems here with the computer. The computer didn't want to work, and without that, I cannot control the video mixer, so that was solved already. So here we are for another live stream. And I welcome you all. Thank you for watching. So let's see who is in the chat. The usual gang, always in the chat, and I thank you guys. Sorry for the delay again. Let's see. We have people joining already. Smash that, not smash. I got you there. Gently touch the like button, guys. This is very good for the channel, and it will make the link to the video appear in more suggestions on YouTube, so more people will join. So please gently touch the like button. Also, if you are new to the channel, just subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm going live stream or when I upload a video. And also, there's a Telegram group. Let me just show you guys here. So on screen will show up the URL for our Telegram group, which is about to have 400 people. If I'm not mistaken, let me just check. We have right now 398 people on the Telegram group, and you would be the lucky one if you join now and be the 400th person to join the group. So don't forget, the link is down here, and just use it on your browser, click the button, and you will automatically join the Telegram group and be able to discuss Bitcoin and other stuff with related to the markets with us. So now that the introductions are done, let me just see here on the chat who is there. So let me go to the page, YouTube page, where I can see you guys. So let's see who else is here. I guess everyone is just write a 1 on the chat if the sound is okay and the video is okay and the audio and video are synchronized. So when I speak, it's exactly the point where you listen, where you hear my voice and synchronized. So just put a 1 on the chat if everything is okay, or you can just put a thumbs up. So I hope the delay is not very, very big today, and people start to write on the chat as soon as they hear. Yeah, so I guess everything is fine. I'm glad I was able to fix this with just a few minutes of delay, but here we are today again. So let's see here. I should have this monitor a bit more in front of me instead of just looking to the side to see the messages on the chat, but anyway. Hi, Jose. Smash the like button, not smash it. Don't smash it because we need it for other videos. Gently touch the like button, as Bichimoku always said. And in this channel, we will always use that phrase for the YouTube algorithm. Gently touch the like button and please subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Okay, let's see who else is here. Razukekun, hi, how are you? I hope everything is fine. Let's see who else. Yeah, exactly. Gently click the like button. Hello, Bruno. I guess you guys enjoyed that exactly as predicted. I recorded in my previous video. I was missing that one also, the picture of the Moon Carl. As you guys know, the Moon Carl is very well known for that phrase, exactly as predicted. And I love to use it on my videos just as a parody. So I hope he doesn't take it the wrong way. This is just to have fun. And of course, also lighten up a bit the videos with all the analysis so we can have a laugh once in a while. And let's see here. Share the stream with others. Exactly, guys, exactly. Just copy the link of this stream, put it on your social networks. Let's try to get more people in before I start to look at the charts and answering your questions, which I absolutely love to do. So let's see. Just shared with lots of folks. That's good. Let's bring some people here. What's up, Portuguese guy? Hi there, Brasileiro Loco. I'm glad that even people from Brazil like to join the stream, even though I speak in English, because, you know, the goal here is to reach the maximum number of people, of course. And although I'm Portuguese, I like to do the videos in English so that everyone in the world, if they want to join and watch the videos, they can understand what's going on here. The opposite side would be for me to do the videos only in Portuguese, and then only Portugal and Brazil would, and also, of course, the Portuguese-speaking countries in Africa would be able to understand. But this way, I guess, I also have the Portuguese videos when I go to Hard Fork Cafe. Every 3 weeks, I go there and I do the analysis in Portuguese, and I also post it on the channel here. So, of course, you also have this this group of videos when every 3 weeks I have the analysis in Portuguese, and you can watch it also here on this channel and on the Hard Fork Cafe channel, of course. So for those that really like to hear analysis in Portuguese, I also have the videos, and I have a playlist on this channel with all the Portuguese spoken videos, so you can check it out and see it there. Technology and Murphy's Law go in pair. Yeah, exactly. So the more technology you have, usually the more problems you have to solve. But luckily, I've been very, very lucky, because all the things I've been buying are working perfectly. This was just a glitch on the computer on my video switchers controller, and now it's all fine. It's working again. So probably I should start to set it up for the live stream sooner. And I was already a bit late, so I didn't have the time to solve it before 3 p.m., but now it's okay. You are getting better at this. I still remember your first video. Really? I don't remember you being on the live streams and commenting anywhere at least using that name Brasileiro Loco, so I don't really know. To me, this you were just a new addition to our stream and our channel, so I didn't know you were watching since the first video. So thank you for that, of course. That's good. So you are also an OG in this channel. So Ricardo is here too. Hello, everyone. And Philippe is here. Hello, world. Let's see who else. I hope I don't miss any messages. User XXX, hey there. And Jose again. Jose is very, very, he participates a lot, and that's good. Nuno is here also. Hi, Nuno. And, oh, okay, that's good. Just a small translation here, guys. So he's saying, just for the brave. Thank you, Bruno. So I guess everything is okay. People are saying, yeah, thumbs up for the audio and video. That's good. All good from Jose. Also, one from Brasileiro Loco. I see no delay. That's good. That's good. That's the message I wanted to hear, because it took me a long time to synchronize everything here, the audio, the video, and all this stuff. That's good. So let's see more. Gently is for pussies. Yeah, but we have to be different, Jose. We have to be different from all the other guys. Everyone says smash the like button, but we don't smash it. We just gently touch it, because this is a different channel from all the rest. I remember when that Carl Moon tried to kill at Tonevay's channel by trying to take over his laptop in Dubai. drunk and selling shit in live. Yeah, I've seen that video too. When Tone Vase was in Dubai, and he was, of course, live streaming with the Moon Carl, and everyone was drunk at that party. And of course, I wasn't there, but I wish I was. And hopefully, in the future, when Bitcoin goes above 100K, I will be able to travel more, of course, around the world, and probably join those guys too. Join Tone Vase in person, because we have been talking a lot, of course, and I've been always a big follower of Tone Vase's channel, and he also invited me for a few live streams with him already. So I really want to get to know him in person, and some other people, of course. Ugly Old Goat, for example, Jimmy Song, and all those guys, which I don't know personally yet, but hopefully I will in the future. And of course, every time I will travel somewhere to join the meetings and the conferences, it will be harder for me to live stream or to record some videos, but you guys will understand that for sure. So, hey Umberto, welcome. We were missing you already. We didn't start the analysis yet, but I've been just talking to some people on the chat, so welcome. Umberto is also an OG here in this channel. And I also remember the stairs background and the sofa with dirty stocks. Yeah, exactly. I can just stop the chroma key here, and you will see the stairs behind me still. So I'm still in the same place, but of course, some new people don't know about those days. And we should keep it that way. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Okay. I will just leave the chat for a while. Let me just see. Umberto sent us a message. I really wish I could attend to the Bitcoin 2023. At least I want to meet all legends. Oh man, I'm still far away from being a legend. But anyway, thank you. Thank you for that. I wish also to go there, and let's see in the future how this goes and if we are able to join with other people. So Humberto is here. Nice. I was afraid that was start, but now it's perfect timing. Yeah, exactly. I started a bit later today because I'm just explaining Humberto because I had some technical problems with the video switchers controller, which is a computer that did not want to work, but finally I got it to work, and the computer was on strike, but now I reached an agreement and the computer is now working, so we can start. Okay guys, so let me just let's see here. Let me just remove the ticker for a second. And let's see what's happening in the world of Bitcoin. Let's see here. Let's see the price to time model to start. And I will just, sorry guys, I will just take out the logo for now. And because it's a bit distracting if you are looking at the charts. So let's see. The price to time model continues on track as usual. We are still inside the rectangle and we have 5 weeks in a row on the green, which maybe I did a bad call yesterday, but I'm still going to evaluate that. But for those that are in the Telegram group, of course, because the Telegram group has access to some private opinions and analysis that I publish sometimes. So if you join the Telegram group, you will be able to access some short-term analysis on the spot in real time when I feel comfortable that I should say something. And yesterday I made an announcement also. So, but I will get there a bit later when we discuss a few more questions. And let's just see the price to time model for now. So right now the price to time model is on track. The RSI continues to go up. We are just a bit below the 2017 cycle, which of course you guys that follow the channel regularly know already that this yellow candle pattern here is the 2017 bull cycle. and the green and red candles pattern here is the current cycle. So we have been ahead of time for so long, and we even crossed the threshold that we should never have crossed. And every time that happened, we of course had a correction, as you guys know. So right now we are a bit delayed in time related to, as compared to the 2017 cycle, and we have just a small interval of time here until October or November, when it was supposed to be the next stop of this bull cycle. However, I guess we are a bit delayed, so I'm not forcing the opinion on anyone that we will achieve a new top around the end of October or probably November, but probably this will come a bit later because of this big correction we had here and all this time that we spent just accumulating before starting the second leg of the bull cycle going up. So in this case, of course, the price to time model might be a bit delayed according to the plan, but we are still inside the rectangle, so let's see how that goes. I'm still waiting a big top, probably above 200K, but the issue here is that the time period when this will occur probably will not match what we were expecting around this period here. So the second half of October or just 1 or 2 weeks later, but let's see how that goes. And closer to that period, closer to October, we will evaluate again where we are and what's happening. So that's it for the price to time model. Let's see here what is happening on the weekly chart using the MRI strategy. So right now we finally have the 5th candle on the green. And of course, this is what I was going to talk about. And I published this on Telegram yesterday on our Telegram group, that I was taking some profit at 49,000, which I did yesterday, just a few bucks below $49,000. I took some profit from several positions I had, which were, of course, not so percentage-wise, were not making that much money, probably around 20-30% profit. But those were the closest positions I had to the $49,000, and I decided to take some profit because I believe that it will be really hard to cross over the $48,000 to $51,000 resistance. And just in case, I took some profit, and I decided to do that because I believe we could see a small retracement before we actually cross the $48,000 to $51,000 resistance area. So that's why I was saying that if you join the Telegram group, you will always have access to my private trades, which I publish only on Telegram group for people that follow the channel. And I will, of course, tell them whenever it's relevant. If this is something I believe it's relevant, I will always publish my trades or what I'm doing right now at that moment. Because this is also a way of being transparent to all the people that follow the channel, and I believe in transparency. So I put my money where my mouth is, and here that's what we do in this channel. So we try to help people. We don't give financial advice, but I will, whenever I find it relevant to do it, I will always inform people of my trades. So, but as you know, I'm more of a swing trader, so I don't trade daily. I just, so you will not get any trades from me on the Telegram group every day, but every time I do it in real, I will publish there. Of course, being a swing trader, you will not see it every day, but you will see it whenever I do it. Okay, so weekly chart. Let's start the analysis for real now. We are already on the 5th green count of 9, so we are on the green 5 of 9. We still have probably 4 more weeks of upside, although I believe that we could have a small retracement here, as I just explained, because the $48,000 to $51,000 area of resistance is very strong, and it's not very easy to overcome those levels. So right now we continue to be above the 20-week SMA. We have the candle number 4 on the count closed around 47,000, which was the first item in the 3 items list that I wanted to see accomplished so that we could say this is not a dead cat bounce. So the first one is done. This candle number 4 closed around 47,000. Let's see, 46,998 exactly. So it was very, very close to where I said that this should be, around 46.5 or 47. Now, the second point was never to break down the 20-week SMA, which we didn't, and we are still above the 20-week SMA here. And of course, then the last point of my items list was to have a candle number 5 to close on the green for the at the end of the current week. So this means that being today being Saturday, tomorrow night, from tomorrow to Monday, which will happen in Portuguese time at around 1 a.m. Monday, we will have a close on this candle and it should be green. So the candle should close on the green. And if that happens, then we have all the 3 items that I believe tell us that this is not a dead cat bounce and we are just continuing for the second leg of the bull cycle. So right now the RSI is pointing up, so it's bullish. The MACD also becoming bullish. We have now a green bar, and this is really important. We have a green bar, and finally the blue line crossed over the orange line on the weekly MACD. So all this said, the weekly chart could not be more bullish than this is right now. This is a very, very good structure, price structure. We held the 50-period SMA. We are above the 20-period SMA. We have 5 weekly candles on the green, RSI pointing up, the MACD turning bullish, and the BitMEX funding rate as an average for the week is completely neutral. So looking at this chart, guys, to me, this is the chart that gives me makes me more bullish than any other chart I could look right now. And of course, this is a very good indication that we are starting a second leg up of the bull cycle, and probably we will reach new all-time highs still this year, and let's see where that will take us. So right now we have at least to the weekly, we have already the analysis done. Let's see who else is here and if they are asking anything on the chat. Ricardo is asking, so when we will start pricing things and looking at charts in BTC instead of dollars? Well, I guess it will be in 1 generation time probably, and that means at least 2 decades to see everything denominated in BTC also around the world. This is not something that will happen overnight. So it takes time, guys. You know, in El Salvador, they just introduced this legal tender law for Bitcoin, and it's still not in force. So this will only start in around the middle of September, because they had this 90 days period, grace period, to the law to be introduced and to be enforced. So right now the law is already approved, but this will become effective only after the middle of September, if I'm not mistaken. So around the 15th of September, the law will be enforced, and everyone will be able to accept Bitcoin and will have to accept Bitcoin from their customers, and the customers will also have the option to pay in dollars and Bitcoin. So this is the first country of, I guess, many that will probably in the future also do the same thing. I believe that the United States, the European Union countries, and China, and probably other big economies of the world, probably India also, will have some difficulties accepting that. But smaller countries with, of course, financial problems, which want to get rid of all those problems and want to have a normal economy, like El Salvador, Central American countries, South American countries, even African countries, and probably after that, some smaller European countries probably will also have will join this movement of having Bitcoin as legal tender. But I believe that this will take a lot of years. This is something that will not happen overnight. So that will take some time. Hugo, you should be proud of yourself. It's been a huge pump in the quality of your content and visuals. Thank you, Jose. I was, as you guys know, I'm not making any money. So I'm doing all these videos because I love to do it, because I love Bitcoin, and because I also love to do analysis and help people to invest, especially people that never invested in the markets in their lives, and now because of Bitcoin and other kinds of coins, also decided to invest in the markets, to trade. So I also started this just 5-6 years ago, trading. So I'm not, what you could consider an expert like Tone Vase, that has been doing this for more than 10 years already, or even more, probably 15 years, I don't know. And other people that are legends, real legends in the market. So, but I think I achieved the point where I can pass on some knowledge to other people, of course. And I love doing the videos. I love the technology. I love Bitcoin, and that's what keeps me moving. It's not about the money, because I didn't even have. We are still waiting to get to those 4,000 public watch hours of my videos to be able to at least YouTube for considering me to have a partnership with the affiliate program or partner program they have, in order to get paid for the videos. But even with the levels of people that subscribe to the channel now, I know that this will not be anything relevant. Probably I will get like $5 or $10 a month for all the videos I do, and that's not about the money. As you guys know, this is not about the money, unless someday I have 1 million subscribers, of course, and that makes the payments relevant. And probably I will have a different kind of responsibility also. But for now, it's not about the money. I'm just doing this because I love doing this. So thank you, Jose. Let's see who else is. It took me 10 months to understand that controlling emotions, TA and money management are the key to be successful with no more than 5x leverage. Exactly. The most important thing that a trader has to control and change in the brain are the emotions. When everyone is FOMOing, that's when you sell. And to do that, it's very, very, very hard when you see something going up. For example, Bitcoin was going up like crazy yesterday, and I said, and everyone was trying to buy and FOMOing in, and I was preparing to sell and take profit from my positions around $49,000. And when you get to that point, when you don't care, everyone else is buying, and you are preparing to sell, you can say you have changed something flipped inside your brain, and you can now overcome the emotions and act rationally. And that's what a trader should always do. Learning the hard way, exactly. There's no space in the markets for big errors. You can, of course, everyone makes mistakes, but a big error can take you to zero, and there's no space for that if you want to be successful in the markets. So be careful there. Hey, Neural Knox, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You didn't lose anything. We just started. I just made my first analysis on the weekly chart, so you are still on time. Why take profits and not just raise the stop? That's actually what I did. So I did not sell market. I did not have a market order. I put a stop loss limit order in order to, if Bitcoin breaks below 49,000, this will sell, or sorry, this will execute a position where I will take some profits from my positions previously bought. So I did not sell it market sell or market order. I increased my stop loss to around just a few bucks below 49,000 in order to have it stopped if it came down from there. So actually, I'm still stopped out, so I did not buy in again. And I don't even know how this is right now. Let me just take a look here at the chart. Yeah, it's still not going too much above 49. We are 49,058. So I sold, if I'm not mistaken, my stop loss was around 49,900 something. So I'm not worried. If I am wrong, and if I see the market going up again and breaking the resistance and jumping, I see that it could jump $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Of course, I will get into the market again, and I will not have any problems with that because I already made my profit. So I can get back into the market again. And this is where you guys have to train your brains to be rational and not be attached to the asset. Of course, I love Bitcoin as a hodler, and I never touch my hodling position. But I also have a trader side of me that has to be rational. And that's what I did yesterday to manage my risk. So basically, I was managing my risk. If we went down from here, at least I took the profits. And now I am good with myself. And I know that I can get back into the market anytime I want. Hey, Tiago, welcome. I'm sorry for the delay today, but here we are, live streaming, just a bit delayed, but we are still live streaming every Saturday. Hey, Renato. Hey, Renato, you have also my last name. Hi there, and welcome. And when that happens, to see everything in BTC, will the volatility maintain? Well, the volatility is transferred to the dollar, because actually right now I think like that already. It's not Bitcoin going up. It's not Bitcoin valuing itself. It's the dollar going down. So right now, recently, the dollar just jumped a bit up, but overall, the dollar has been coming down since March 2020. So I think in Bitcoin, in terms, not just Bitcoin valuing up or becoming more valuable, but also the dollar becoming less valuable. So it's a mix of the two. And when everything is denominated in BTC, of course, if people are more interested in BTC than the dollar, the process inside your brain will flip also, and you will think that the dollar is going down, it's not Bitcoin going up. So the volatility is psychologically transferred to the dollar and not to Bitcoin. That's how I see things. So I hope this is what will happen with people over years or decades, and they will start to think in BTC terms, not in USD terms or Euro terms. And if there is a big, slippage between Bitcoin and dollar, people will think that it's the dollar that is very volatile and it's going down, instead of thinking that Bitcoin is very volatile and going up. So let's see how that goes. But this is a mental process that has to be acquired over the years, and it's not overnight that you will have that. Oh, sorry, I've had this one already. Tight stops there, yeah, exactly. Because I really wanted to take the profit, but I did not want to lose the opportunity if this was going up like crazy, above 49, starting to go up. I did not want to be stopped out, so I put the stop loss very, very close to 49,000 in hopes that if it continues to go up after crossing the 49 level, I'm not stopped out and I will ride the wave. But if it starts to come down very quickly, then I will be stopped out immediately and I will take my profits there. So this is one of the strategies I like to use. I don't like to use the market sell order, or I don't like to use the limit order to sell when it achieves a level that I determined. I prefer to be stopped out on the way down when it starts to reverse the price action. And that way I know that I will be okay when it continues to go down, and I was stopped out at the top. This is a strategy I like to use. Some other people prefer to guess, try to guess where the leg up is going to finish or to stop, and try to put the limit order to sell at that level. I prefer to be stopped out. So just different strategies. Yeah, it's never bad to take profits. It's actually good. And I agree with that. And it's a pretty badass last name. Yeah, for sure is. I have to agree with you there, Renato. Okay, let's continue. I already answered a few more questions, so let's see. Let me just put this away, the messages, and let's go back to the charts. So we've seen the weekly chart, and you guys heard already my opinions there. So let's see the daily chart. So the daily chart is now fighting with that level, the level of the 49.5, which of course the resistance already started around 48. You guys know that. So the resistance started actually at this level here. I will start to use lines because it's much better for you guys. So actually, this is where the resistance started. Actually, I will not use a line. Yeah, I will not use a line. I will use a square. It's much easier to understand the areas. So basically, I believe that we are, let me see, I will try to put it around 51 exactly. So this is our resistance area right now. And this started, of course, around here. So we are now inside the resistance area. And the first time we tried to enter the resistance, we came back down and we had an MRI top on the daily chart. We had a 1 to 4 candle correction. And then we had the second attempt to break the 48,000, which actually we did. But then we stopped again around 49,300. And when I saw this candle going to 49,300, and I saw it having this big difficulty in crossing over the resistance area, that's when I decided also, let me take you to the 4-hour chart, also because, and I will show you guys this, also because we had an MRI top yesterday on one of the candles, also in conjunction with a B extension and a C extension. So actually, we had all the ingredients here to have a retracement. And that is what made me decide to take some profits and manage my risk in the positions I had. So going back to the daily chart, this was one of the reasons. Also on the daily chart, as you guys can see here, we have also an A extension and a B extension. So right now we have all the ingredients on the daily chart and on the 4-hour chart to have a retraction of the price action. So we could probably come back down and find support on the daily chart around these levels of 44.5 or even 45 if we go on to the next day, which will be tomorrow, Sunday. We could find support around the 45 here and then continue to go up after finding support on the 20-week SMA. Or we could even find support on the 200. And you guys see here, it's not easy to see because it's a purple line. But this purple line that goes here, this is the 200-day simple moving average. So everything is there. All the ingredients are there. All the extensions, all the MRI tops, everything is there to have a retracement on the price action. And if we fail to have support around the 200-day simple moving average, we probably will have support on the 20. But if this goes on until tomorrow at least, probably they will be almost together. As you guys can see, this green dot here is where the 20-period SMA will be tomorrow. And this is where the 200 SMA will be tomorrow. So it's very, very close, as you guys can see. So I guess everything was in order to have a retracement to these levels and find support on the crossing of those two moving averages. So this is why I decided to take some profits and wait for this retracement. So let's see if I'm right. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I can always get back into the market anytime And this is not because of going back in $500 more than when I sold it. That will kill me. And so that was the rationale behind my decision. Of course, everyone should take their own decisions. Sorry for that. I just moved my mouse. So everyone should take their own decisions and think with their own brains, and not interpret my analysis as financial advice, because it isn't. I'm just trying to help people understand the markets. So that was the rationale behind my decision, and I hope I explained it very well. We had so many extensions on the daily chart. We had extensions on the 4-hour chart. And if you go to the Pro Indicators framework here, this is also another indication that we might have a small retracement. Look, on the 4-hour chart, we have achieved exactly the level. We have gone to the level of the top of the trend channel, which is this red zigzag you guys see here. So the trend channel is the red zigzag and the green zigzag. And usually the prices just move inside this trend channel, and then they find resistance and support on the gray boxes. So this is the context channel, the gray boxes. I'm always saying this because there are always people new to the channel that don't really understand these indicators. So the gray boxes are the support and the resistance context on the 4-hour chart, of course, because every chart will have a different support and resistance context, and the trend channel, which is where the price usually moves inside in waves. So as we got to the top of the trend channel on the Pro Indicators, this is also a good moment to think about if you can take some profits and probably wait for a retracement to the bottom of the trend channel. And the bottom of the trend channel right now, it's around 45,000, exactly matching what you guys saw here. So if you think about this 200 period SMA crossing also with a 200 SMA here, look that this is just a bit above the 45,000. The medium point is around 45,400. So it matches exactly the same. It matches exactly the same as the Pro Indicators framework when it comes to the bottom of the trend channel. And they, even being different indicators, they both point to the same spot as a probable spot to have support for that small retracement. So I was actually, since yesterday, I was actually expecting to be around 45,000 right now at this moment, but we are still having difficulties going down. And probably, you guys know, probably if this doesn't go to 45,000 and it continues to go above 49 from this point on, then I was wrong. The markets were right, and that's life. And I will get back in, around 50,000 or something like that, and I will not be killed by that. And I will have my profit on my side always and managing my risk. So that's the way I trade, and I hope that you guys understand all the reasoning behind my decisions. So getting back to the charts, let's see. The daily chart I already explained. So I was expecting a small retracement to this area, around 45,000, 45 and a half probably. So let's see how this evolves, if we are able to do it or not. That's for the charts to tell us. Right now, everything is becoming bullish. As you guys know, there was a golden cross also. And the RSI is almost overbought. So this is also one of the signs that I thought, okay, the RSI is almost overbought. We are almost crossing the line to overbought territory. So the probabilities of a retracement are bigger than the probabilities of a continuation up. So let's see how that goes. The MACD is completely neutral. The bars are just going from red to green, to light red or green, and the lines are just on top of each other, so going sideways. So this is the MACD on the daily chart is not helpful, so I'm not taking into account the MACD. I don't really care too much Let's see how that goes. So just going to the 4-hour chart for a bit here and see how we are doing. So this is more or less where I sold. So the dashed line is more or less where I was stopped out. And the green dotted line is where we are right now. So we are a bit above my stop out point. I'm not worried. I could have bought in again here. I didn't. I was watching the charts and I could have done it. But I still believe that there's a probability that we can go to 45. So let's see how that goes. 45 being here on the 4-hour chart is also the point where the 100 period SMA is coming up. So this will also be a very, very good point to support the price. Actually, 45,800 would be the perfect point, because then it will be the point where we have support from this previous resistance here, and also where the VPVR is having the biggest buys and sells. So this is an important line here of support when we come down. Probably it would be holding the price around 45,800 or 46. So this would be a nice area to get back into the market. So that's it for the 4 hours. Let's see a few more questions. And if you guys have, let me see here. Hey, we have already a bunch of people here. Welcome to all of you guys. Let me just, before we continue with the questions and the charts, let me just ask you so to gently touch the like button. I really appreciate if you do that, because that helps the channel to attract more people. YouTube will show it to more people on the suggestions, and that's a very good thing for the channel, and I thank you guys for that. So gently touch the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and share it with your friends. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, of course, to get notified every time I start a live stream or when I upload the video. Also, let me show you guys here on the screen now. It should be. It isn't. Oh, sorry. So on the screen now, you have the URL for the Telegram group. If you want to join our Telegram group, of course, there's a bunch of people there discussing Bitcoin and the markets in general. I'm always there also if I'm not streaming or recording or sleeping. So usually I will always be there answering some relevant questions, or even informing everyone in the group about my trades when I have one, which was the case yesterday. So yesterday I decided to take some profits, and that's why I published that message on the Telegram group. So join the Telegram group and you will be very welcome. And of course, you will be able to discuss with very bright people there. So I thank you for that. Okay, so let's see how the chat is going. What does MRI say in the diary? So do you mean on the daily chart? If you mean the daily chart, let's see here. Let's go to the daily and see what the MRI is saying. Okay, so right now on the MRI, we are on a green 2 of 9. However, we are under heavy resistance, and the number 2 candle is red. It's having a real big trouble trying to overcome the 49,300. And so the MRI in terms of count, it doesn't tell me much except for the extensions. We had an MRI top there. Now we are having the extensions, and this is, of course, an indication that the price might reverse. So let's see. We have 2 extensions on the daily, and we have 2 extensions on the 4-hour. We also had 2 extensions yesterday, exactly at the same time as the MRI top. We had the B and C extension, and on the daily we have an A and B extensions. So all the ingredients were there to think that we could have a small retracement at least to around 46,000. I will not say 45 flat, but something in between 45.5 and 46 probably. I was imagining that we could have that retracement, so that's why I took some profit. Razukekun says, Hugo, I respect your opinion about BTC in the future, but I can't agree with you on the mindset of dollar being seen volatile instead of BTC. It's just like looking at the chart upside down, man. I don't, for example, when BTC was valued not long ago, I don't remember exactly now when this was, but I remember perfectly that Bitcoin valued a lot in a period where no one was buying, but the dollar was coming down. So now you tell me if the dollar is not volatile. That period, that specific period, was Bitcoin not valuing up, it was the dollar valuing down. And that's why the price denominated in dollars was increasing for Bitcoin, but not because of Bitcoin being bought or because of a supply shock or anything else. The market was completely flat, and we had the same levels of volume that we had in 2016. This was just some weeks ago or months ago. I can't remember exactly when this was already, but I discussed it in the channel, and I said that we were about to have a big move up, and the dollar was coming down like crazy, and Bitcoin was not having any more volume of people buying it. However, the price was going up like crazy. So now you tell me if the volatility cannot be seen in dollar terms. Due to decentralization of the coin. Those are extensions. So the MRI has rules, and some rules are defined. You have to go and check the manual for the MRI, because I can't remember exactly all the different things that every extension means. But overall, I always try to remember that extensions pointing down, just like the MRI top pointing down, means probably there's a reversal of the price action. So you have to go and check on ToneVay's site. He has the manual, the overall manual for the MRI, and you can check what the extensions, how the extensions are calculated algorithm-wise, and you can see how that makes sense in mathematics. So, of course, I can't remember all the details right now. For my analysis and trading, I just memorized that the extensions pointing down are probably reversal of the price action. So you have to check it on ToneVay's site and see what exactly defines each one of the extensions, A, B, and C, and how the algorithm works for the indicator. But if you go to tonevays.com, and then on the menu, you will find the MRI indicator, and then you'll find a page explaining everything there. And even if you Google it, if you Google the Tom DeMark indicator, which is the basis for the MRI indicator, it will also explain how the extensions work. Hey, Magis. Hey, welcome to the stream. I'm glad to see you here again. Magis is also an OG in the channel, and he is very welcome. So, wow, that's 100%. Actually, we have more than 20 people already today. That's very good. I'm surprised, because usually we don't go above 18 or 17. So we have a few more people today, and that's good. And I welcome you all, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget to gently touch the like button. That helps the channel to be seen by more people on the YouTube suggestions. So we could attract more people to the stream that way, just by gently touching the like button. And also, due to the underlying technology behind it, it is so fast, and in some cases bot programmed to trade one fiat to BTC and BTC to other fiats. So I guess this message comes on the sequence of what we were discussing about volatility. I believe that fundamentally Bitcoin is not as volatile as people think, because everyone just thinks about Bitcoin being volatile, but people forget that for something to be volatile, some other thing has to be volatile too, because when you compare the volatility of one asset, you have to compare it to some other asset. In this case, This is the comparison between Bitcoin and the dollar. And if one goes up, of course, it could be that it's not just one moving. It's like one going up, the other going down. So it's relative. It's all volatility. It's always relative. And so you cannot say that only Bitcoin is volatile. You can also say that the dollar is volatile. And in fact, I can show you the dollar chart. Look, if you look at the DXY, this is the volatility this is the volatility of the dollar against all other currencies, fiat currencies in the world. The DXY is the dollar versus all other fiats in the world. Now tell me that the dollar is not volatile? Of course everything is volatile, even the dollar is volatile. If the dollar was not volatile, no one was trading it because no one would make any money. So the dollar is also very, very volatile. Look at this big drop since March 2020. The dollar was around 103 on the Dixie, and it's now at 93, 10, yeah, from 93 to 103. So there's a difference of 10 points here, 10. And this is not a small thing. It's a very, very big thing. This big drop from the dollar around March, exactly when the COVID news started to go online on the news. This is when the dollar came back down. Now, if I show you the monthly chart of the dollar, or if I show you the annual, sorry, let's go for 3 months. So the dollar was in 2002 around 120, came back down to 70, went back up to 102, 103. Now we are at 93. So is this not the volatility of the dollar? Of course the dollar is also volatile. Of course, there's no doubts about that. So let's go back to the chart. Let's see who else is asking. Dollar is a very stable and predictable coin. You know it will steadily lose value until it finally dies. Completely agree. Every fiat currency, you don't have a fiat currency older than, I believe, 200 years. I guess the oldest fiat currency in the world right now is the British pound. If I'm not mistaken, I read something about this somewhere. So I guess this is the British pound or something. But many, many, many of the fiat currencies that existed already in the world since, you know, money was invented, they all died. They all died. The only thing that is still a store of value and means of, you know, exchanging value between people is gold. That's the only thing that since the beginning, more than 5,000 years ago, and still today is used as value, as a means to exchange value or store value. All fiat currencies died. Sooner or later, they will die. So, of course, Bitcoin being digital gold, it will be here in another 5,000 years, I bet. That BTC price is bound to change until the global market averages the BTC price according to other currencies. Does this reasoning make sense? Let me think. Maybe this is the second part of some question. The BTC price is bound to change until the global market averages the BTC price according to other currencies. I guess what you're trying to say here is that in time, with the passage of time, the bigger movements of the Bitcoin, like the halving periods, for example, the 4-year cycles, they will tend to flat out and not have those big tops that we are used to have in these 10 years of existence. I think if that's what you're trying to say, that in time, the price action structure of Bitcoin will flat out in many years, yeah, I agree that that's possible, especially with the more and more liquidity that comes into the market, of course, makes the big differences in price structure, makes them more difficult to happen. Like gold, for example, like gold. Gold is a very stable price structure that takes a long time to go up and go down. So we don't have many big, waves on the price action of gold. And if this is what you're trying to say, yeah, I agree with that. I think that Bitcoin in many years will, or if you think of it in 10 years, 20 years time, will go to flat out and continue like something like gold when you look at the charts to be more difficult to make big waves or big differences or big volatility, as you want to call it. I used to post charts in gold BTC. It's easy to see the volatility is coming from the USD when you look at BTC versus other relatively stable assets. I agree to that. I agree that people are used to see big volatility in Bitcoin because they always compare it to the dollar. But yeah, that's a very good exercise there, Magis. I believe that if you compare it, for example, to the real estate market or gold or any other much more stable asset, you will see that Bitcoin is not so volatile as you think it is. And the USD strengthening this week was due to GBP printing. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Have a look at the GBP sometimes. Yeah, I should do it. I should do it. So that means that the British pound, they printed a lot of British pounds, and that made the dollar go up because the British pound devaluated comparing to the dollar. So I guess I didn't know that they had this printing this week. So that's maybe one of the reasons the dollar was going up, or probably the Queen of England is even trying to help the guys at the Fed because of some dark or behind the curtains moves. I don't know, but I also don't see the British pound. Why would they print British pounds like crazy? This has been one of the most stable fiat currencies always, and they always try to be like that, like very, very to be accurate, not devaluating the British pound ever. So I wonder what was behind this move. But probably I should check that after the stream. It was never other assets going up. It was always about dollar devaluation. Yeah, but if you compare it with other assets, also all the assets have volatility. All the assets have volatility. But for any asset to have volatility, it has to be compared to some other asset. And where people sometimes fail is they think that this other asset they are comparing the first one to never moves. It's like it has a fixed position and just the other one is going up and down. It's not true. They both move. So the dollar is also volatile, and this is what I was trying to explain. Hey, Paulo, welcome to the stream. I don't know exactly when you sent the message. I don't have the timestamp here, but I guess you didn't see the beginning of the analysis. But anyway, Paulo is a very good friend since many years ago, and he's always very welcome here. And let's see, who else is writing? Yeah, dollar is volatile. I 100% agree with you on that. Sorry for the separated comments question. The 200-word limit is tricky. Oh, I didn't know there is a 200-word limit. I guess I never write so long messages on YouTube, but I thought you could write something really like a testament or something. Okay, there's a limit, so sorry for that, but Then I hope I understood your previous question about the, the price structure of Bitcoin flattening out over time. So I think that's what you wanted to ask me. And if that was the case, then I think I answered you already. Yeah, exactly. So the British pound was founded in 1694. So I was right. I read this somewhere a long time ago, but I still remember that the British pound is one of the oldest fiats in the world. But even being the oldest, it can still die, and it will die someday. I don't even have any doubts about it, because every fiat currency died. And the only ones that still remain as the oldest ones are the British pound, the dollar, and a few others. Is the oldest fiat currency in existence at a ripe old age of 317 years. It must be considered a highly successful fiat currency. Well, considering that all the other ones died before getting to that age, or getting to be 300 years old, yeah, in that sense, it was a successful fiat currency. But every fiat currencies die, as you know, and every person dies, and everything has, except rocks, everything has a lifespan period. So I guess the British pound will also die. I just don't know when. They always do that. Print USD, then euro, then yen, then pound. Not always in that order, but it keeps one from looking really bad. Lol. Yeah, it's a scam, exactly. All the fiat currencies are scams. So, yeah, Magis knows this stuff, I guess. I guess you read a lot about this stuff. So it's good to have you here on the channel to inform me and also the other guys here. Let's see who else. Yeah, not here since the beginning of the stream, but I'll see it all later. No problem. Always good to hear your podcast. Hey, man, I always enjoy to be with you, and me and Paulo sometimes go for a beer, and it's always nice to have face-to-face talks with friends. So that's why I enjoy also going out and talking with my friends personally over a few beers. So I hope that I can do it, and luckily we still can do it because of the increasing rules on COVID and stuff, which are completely stupid and illegal. But I don't care about that. I'm not going to make this channel a political channel like Tone Face. But sorry guys. But I also have my opinions, and I really enjoy the possibility of going for a beer with my friends. So let's hope that all this craziness will stop someday and we can get back to what we usually did before. So let's continue a bit with the charts. I will get back to you guys. Let me just hide this message here for now. So we analyzed everything. I will just give you guys a hint about what's happening on the Pro Indicator framework. We still don't have a signal. So I've been waiting for the signal. Actually, if I was going with the rules, I should not have taken any profits yesterday because there's still no red triangle here. I was trying to go in advance, try to get to the exact top of that wave. And of course, I was not waiting for the red triangle, which is the take profit or bear signal, as you want to call it. So I was a bit ahead of time when I took profit here, but I was betting that this was going to give me also a red triangle around this area. But I'm still waiting, and the red triangle is still not there. So of course, it's always a bad sign when you are waiting for a signal that doesn't show up. But in this case, I'm very, very confident that we could have that retracement still. So let's see how that goes. The Pro Indicators tells me that we are now starting the sine wave turn back down. The momentum is also going down, so probably we will have a small retracement, but let's see how this evolves for the weekend. Then we go to the DXY, and actually the dollar is having difficulties in overcoming the orange dashed line. The orange dashed line that I plotted here from the last swing high, which the dollar already crossed above, but then went back down and found very strong resistance. So I'm hoping that the dollar will completely fuck up and go down below the 89 level, which will be the last hill that the dollar will lose before losing the war. And we will be very happy on that day. I will drink on the channel. I will have a drink live if the dollar goes below 89. That's a promise. That is a promise I will make to you guys. When the dollar goes below 89, I will have a really strong drink here live streaming on this channel. So, going back to the charts, let's see gold. Gold is stuck. Gold is not moving. Completely stuck right now, doing nothing already for a few days, exactly at the same level, 1780. So there's not much to discuss about gold. Gold is having a hard time getting above the trend line and above the moving averages. We are still on the red 3 of 9, but I don't believe gold will be going much lower than this level, which was the MRI support level. I believe that gold eventually will overcome this trend line again and continue to go up, probably to new all-time highs. I don't know when that will happen, but I bet that gold will not go below this level. I'm still believing that this here was the lowest of the year for gold, and that we went already there again, but I believe that we will continue to move up at the same time that the dollar will continue to move down slowly, moving down to its death. The S&P, the markets are closed today, but we had another warning. We had another warning that the S&P might be close to a 10-15% correction. So guys, keep focusing on the S&P if you trade these markets, or if you have any positions on the S&P, and be careful because it's already 4 MRI tops on the weekly that are not respected, and the S&P continues to go up. I have my theory for this. I believe that the S&P is going up synthetically because of all the printing of the dollar. This is not, in my opinion, this is not an organic move up for the S&P. This is because someone is printing dollars like crazy, and of course people are taking advantage of that and they are investing in the S&P and other markets, and that's what's driving the market up. But that is not organic, so beware, because I believe that we could be very close to a possible 10 to 15% correction on the S&P. And continuing to some other charts, let's see the final and last chart here. So here we are. We have the trend line that I plotted that tells me if the bulls are in control, and the bulls are still in control. You guys can see here that we had a small breakout to the downside here, but then we went back above and then we retraced already. And then we found support again on this white trend line. But the most important trend line of your lives, this is the most important trend line of your lives. This red trend line here is the trend line of trend lines that cannot be broken to the downside. If Bitcoin breaks this trend line to the downside, that will be a disaster. That will mean that we are probably going for a bear market sometime after that fact, and it will be very hard to recover from this except for a long time after it happens. So this is a trend line that we were in, we had to break to the upside in order to continue the bull cycle. And if we go back down again below the trend line, this red trend line here, that, in my opinion, will be a disaster. And that will, of course, flip this will flip all the psychological way of thinking of people in the markets. As soon as they see that we were not able to maintain above the price action above that trend line, they will completely flip their minds and see and say, we are in a bear market now. Everyone will say, this is the bear market. We are now in the bear market, and that will be a self-fulfilling prophecy. So this is one of the most important trend lines, in my opinion, right now, is the trend line that comes from the all-time high, touches a second and last swing high before the big drop. And this was a trend line to beat if we wanted to continue the bull cycle, to have the final top of this bull cycle of 2021. So let's see how that goes. I'm continuing to follow this chart. This chart is very, very important. If we are above the white trend line, the bulls are in control. If we are below the white trend line, the bears are in control. However, we cannot go below the red trend line. And if we go below the white trend line, we still have this green area of support, which will for sure help us to get back up in a healthy correction and then continuing the bull cycle. Okay, guys, let's see. And sorry. Let's see what we have here on the chat. If you guys wrote some more messages. The queen will outlast it. Yeah, actually that's debatable which one will die first, but damn, I don't like to talk about people dying, but anyway, this was just a joke. So yeah, that's been good. That would be a good debate, actually. The Queen versus the British pound. Which one will last more time? You're correct. Research a bit about the UL joining the EU and UL. What's the UL? In the first place, and why the EU had no problem allowing the GBP to remain, but everyone else had to adopt the euro. Well, yeah, I was, you know, at the beginning when Portugal joined the European Union in '86. I was 11 years old, so I still remember when we joined the European Union, and then I still remember in 2001. First day of January 2001, when the euro started to be the official and legal tender currency in Portugal. I still remember all those days, and of course it was always a question that everyone asked: why is the United Kingdom not joining the Eurozone? And of course everyone back then thought we didn't have any financial or economics knowledge as we have today. People are much more informed about economy and financial stuff because of Bitcoin mostly. But everyone thought that this was because of the English arrogance, that they did not want to use a different currency that they were used to. So, but now we understand many more things about all this and all the scams behind it and all the men behind the curtains and all that stuff. But everyone knows, but no one wants to discuss it, right? We don't even care because Bitcoin fixes that. And why care about something that will die anyway? So guys, no one is writing. What's happening? Do you want to go? We've been live streaming for 1.5 hours. Probably this is the moment to start saying goodbyes. I really enjoyed this moment with you guys today. The live stream, the Saturday live streams are always very, very good. I really enjoy being here, answering all your questions. Today I even forgot to put my lower third with my name, which is now here. Sorry, there. And of course the logo. You guys also like the logo, so here it goes. The logo. So guys, I really enjoyed being here today, and let's see if anyone else has any questions. So Renato has one more question. Let's see. Yesterday, I saw a video of a guy talking about what happened to Bitcoin in the last months, and the guy talked about sentimental manipulation. What do you think about it? Man, regarding this, I'm just like Tone Vase. I don't believe in manipulation in the markets. I believe some people have more money than I do and more money than you do, and people with more money than us can move the markets more easily than we can. Now, if you want to call that manipulation, that's you are free to do it, of course. I don't consider that manipulation. But if some guy, if Elon Musk buys $2 billion of Bitcoin and makes the market move up by $10,000 or $20,000, to me, that's not manipulation. To me, that's just a guy that has more money than I do, and I wish I had the money he does. So I don't really care. That's not manipulation. I decide my moves looking at the charts and technical analysis, and I try to be the more as rational as I can before taking my decisions. So that's just it. You know, some people do have more money than you and me. That's it. So there's some news about Plan B. Let's see. Plan B released a new model, relevant U discount on USD volatility. Check out. Are you talking about the stock to flow X? Because if you are talking about the stock to flow X, I already know that. Let me just look. Sorry, guys. Let me just have some water because I'm really thirsty. If you are talking about the stock to flow that also considers other assets than gold, other assets more than just gold, then I know this model already. And this was released in 2020, so a few months already. Unless you are talking about some other different model that just came out in the last few days and I don't know about it. So, oh yeah, I know his page on Medium. Yeah, 100 trillion USD. Also on Twitter, it's the same handle. Well, not new compared to stock to flow, I meant. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I know this one. I know the stock to flow X. I know this one too. And this one compares Bitcoin not just to gold but other assets. So I'm really aware of that. I know this one. Thank you for telling me anyway. No worries. Seems a pretty damn good answer as well. Ramos will rule the world. And with that, we should close, and we should, we should close the stream. We should end the stream because nothing better than this answer from Renato, who also has the same last name as me, the family name, to end a very, very good stream. So guys, let me just hide this one. And of course, here, and almost everything ready. So I would just like to thank you all and leave again just one more time. The Telegram group is here on screen. You can use this URL in your browser to join our Telegram group. I will be there every time I can, and this is mostly when I'm not recording or streaming or sleeping. So I will be there answering questions and also giving my thoughts about the markets. So join the Telegram group if you would like to discuss with us about Bitcoin and other stuff. related to the markets. Also, gently touch the like button, and I really thank you guys for that, because it helps the channel to be shown on suggestions to other people on YouTube and to grow the community. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new or you haven't done it yet. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified every time I upload a video or start a live stream. So, guys, I really enjoyed being here. Thanks, Hugo. Have a nice weekend from Tiago. Where is that? Sorry, I have to go back here. Damn, it's 49,250 already? Wow. Thanks for the stream and for the effort of hosting it. No worries, no worries. I love to do the streams and I love to be with you guys and helping you guys also. And you guys helping me, and that's a very good thing. Thanks, guys. Enjoyed it. Be safe. You too. Have a nice weekend, guys. And thanks you. Have a nice weekend, everyone. And you too, Tiago. And last one. Nice price to finish too. Okay, I will have to probably reevaluate my taking profit, but no worries. I will inform everyone about that on the Telegram group. Of course, every time I take some decision about the markets or I do something, I will inform you guys. So be there on the Telegram group, and you can, of course, talk directly to me and to everyone else. We are already probably more than 400 because we were 2 people away from being 400 when I started the stream, and now probably we have like 1 or 2 or 3 more at least. So let's see that when I finish the stream. So guys, thank you very much. I will prepare everything to start here, and I wish you all a very good weekend. And sorry guys, let me just check if the computer is still working. Oh yes, it is. It is working. So guys, thank you very much for joining the stream. I really enjoyed the talk and analyzing the charts with you guys and answering all the questions. And I also got to know that the British pound is actually the oldest fiat in the world. So I always learn from you guys too. And it was very, very good Saturday afternoon, of course, as usual with you all. So thank you very much. Have a nice weekend, and I'll see you again on the next video. Bye bye.